For your love's gold moon, ori mis for your love's gold moon.
So I'm gonna ask you guys to choose your favorite original soundtrack song, so I can use it for my upcoming videos. So go ahead and comment which video or which song you like the most, and then I'll compile those to use it as probably the intro for my upcoming videos. And either the number of the song or the title is fine. But let me know, and make sure you like the video as well. Time to fix this gong. Go turn ourselves into a keeper. My guess is that we're gonna go through some kind of dream, like the one we did over at the Archspire, to save that. Well, to save that comatose dude, and something a lot like what we did for the comatose dude here at the Allmother's Temple for the Dalriata. It still bothers me that they call them different names. Like, even in that cinematic, they explicitly said, like, I don't know, Brendan said Dalrita, and then the Dalriata guy said, you know, One Eye, he literally said Dalriata. So, I mean, the fact that you have two different pronunciations in the same video or the same cinematic just really bothers me personally. But I don't know how everyone else feels about that. Make sure you let me know. How do you guys think it should be pronounced? Dalriata or Dalrita? Where'd the fisherman guy go? Old steel fan. Wow. What was that? Was there an amulet? It was an amulet. Taking damage increases armor by 15% for 2 seconds. Considering I only have like 20 armor, I'm not sure which one's better, to be honest with you. Fix. Eternal Sea. So we hit the gong and then we sleep. Right? Let's save our game just in case. You thought I was gonna exit the game, huh? Holy! Into the maw of the beast. How cool is that, though? We should have made some food, huh? I just decided to go right. I could have gone left. Holy, look at that.
Dares disturb my peace. You made an oath never to summon me again.
Kind of sounds a bit submissive, don't you guys think?
Excalibur. Wait. Is it really you? You
It's me!
who come from a time beyond. Show yourself before me.
Who do you think you're talking to, bro?
It seems he speaks to me. Allow me to answer him.
Ah,
Welcome, old friend.
I can see that you know me. but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Even in this incomplete form.
Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory, yet I don't know how.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, not even one as great as King Arthur. Yet here you are, trying again, restless and eager to take the responsibility again. I salute you, my friend.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more. I do not think I have the strength.
Fake it till you make it, brother.
Path is true. Seek wholeness, and Avalon will reveal what it needs from you. And yes, you need to touch Excalibur.
Thank you, my friend.
And you, mortal. You have given yourself to the king's service. You are worthy of a place among the keepers of the South.
Well, that it was easy.
Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. It always was. I deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus our pact is ended. You know where to look for your soul. Trust yourself. And when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right choice.
Just don't make the left choice, you know what I mean? It's actually kind of cool that the arrows that you use end up broken and loot on their bodies. Thematically, I've never really seen a game do that before. You gotta appreciate the little things. And I really feel like the developers of this game did a really good job. Like, they need to fix the consumables so that you have a consumable slot for them. But maybe you can do that anyway. You know? I guess you can, huh? Okay, cool. I think I might make some food. I feel like I'm low on food. I can't make any special food. Garlic. I could make a ton of these. Seawall's Delight. Maybe I will. Need more garlic. Should I make some of these? Level up my cooking. I think I will. How many should I make? 24? Okay. Wow. And we leveled our cooking. Let's go. Do you have any garlic? She has no garlic. What is sketching and what is scouting? I wonder if there's a some kind of skill menu. There is, holy! Look at this. And they're all based on different skill groups. Holy. Doesn't look like we've used much light armor. Or unarmed. I haven't used any of that. How come athletics is completely different from agility? What does this do? Slightly increased jump height. Slightly increases sprinting and swimming speeds. Extends the parry window. Okay. I want to get some meteorite as well, but I'm not exactly sure where all the meteorite is. I've kind of forgotten. I found a few spots up here in the north area, like maybe one up here or something, but we'll see. Let's finish up this zone. Let's go pick up the Excalibur, shall we? Ah! Okay, here's our idea, right? We're gonna boost our HP regen so that when we pull it out, we have enough. How many can we eat at a time? 4? 5? Yes, dude! We did it! So we got that one. Now we get this one.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command.
Nice.
I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom, for Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time, and resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Ooh. You have gathered a new fragment of Arthur's soul, unlocking its hidden potential. Open the menu to explore the King's Soul skill tree, or visit a bonfire to develop new abilities. Hell yeah! Let's go! Weirdness power. Memory shards. Okay.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The right thing to do. It wasn't back then, and you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war, and wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. Justified? No. Justification is for those who have the luxury of doubt. And I had a kingdom to save. They were brave men who volunteered their lives, just as they did every time we rode onto the battlefield. The difference was that if Merlin succeeded, one man's sacrifice could have saved us all, could have ended the war before more blood was spilled. If sacrificing a few meant the survival of all, then there was no choice at all. Maybe they never saw justice. Maybe their real stories were erased from history. Call it cruelty. Call it madness. But if I'd done nothing, there would be no Avalon left to argue over. But the kingdom still stands. The people live. And that has to mean something.
You know, that's kind of what Seawall's entire role was. You know, he was the first one to step onto ground, onto soil in Avalon. You know, and that's kind of what he volunteered for. You know, he chose to be that sacrificial lamb for Arthur. You know, and that's how I see it. You know, it's like someone who chooses to eat the first piece of food, or you know, drink the first sip of wine, you know, to protect everyone else from having to deal with that if it's potentially poisoned. You know, that was his role. He volunteered for it. So the fact that Brandon would use that as a way to say, hey, you know, they didn't treat him right, is really kind of, it doesn't make sense to me, because you never know exactly why those leaders went ahead with that decision. You know, you don't. So like, just saying, oh, he wasn't treated properly now, and they just covered it up and lied to everyone. It seems very moot, you know?
I did. But this wasn't about pride. It wasn't about saving face. It was about survival. The truth about all this would have broken my people. I couldn't allow that. And a king doesn't get to flinch. If that meant carrying the weight alone, so be it. I would make that choice again if I had to.
Heavy is the crown. There was the intro video and song that we got to listen to, and it really fits for this episode, honestly, because that's the type of choices that a leader and a king has to make. You know, you have to make these choices that will affect your people, and that's how I saw the last episode in making that choice. And when you think about just brushing it under the rug, or giving your people something else, to some other type of hope, you know, that was my decision when I made it, when I decided to let the Horns of the South make an alliance with the Dalriata. That's how I view it, is giving them hope and not just saying we're going to keep the status quo as it was. Because they wouldn't be in that position had the status quo worked for them. So giving them a different choice is something that I think is important.
I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them, wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness, and in the end, he did.
I don't know. Where's the proof of that, though?
He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped, the banners were raised, and the kingdom stood safe.
All he really did is turned himself into a Four Dweller himself, you know? That's how I see it.
That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for. And I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
You've got that look again. Seeing something I wish you hadn't. Another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? The weirdness. The king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype of Merlin's latest idea, immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster. Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think? Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win, and desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when they're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done.
You just gotta get to the other side of the board, brother. Upgrade from a pawn into something else.
The monsters, the weirdness, the chaos. All of it leads back to them. We're left in the ruins of their grand plans, trying to uphold their ideals, fighting for what never was. It's time to bury all these fairy tales in a well-deserved grave. And that's what I do. Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him. But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's being done in your name. And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? Who said we were supposed to survive? You've seen what they did, what he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I will be there. Whether to stand with you or step over you. The choice is yours. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you. Start. You've already started. But if you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The Menhir there is failing. The weirdness swallowing what's left of the village. You will need to find another artifact. The shield our king gave to Palamedes. He was one of the king's finest. The voice of reason amidst the madness. But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield. And then, well, we will meet again. We'll see if your perspective changes.
Okay! New region. Honestly, this story is actually going pretty hard. It's a pretty good story if you ask me. And the whole region and everything is really telling the story really well. Battle-tested longbow. Feathers. Buy some feathers. Sounds like a good. Ooh, 500 for those. Okay then. Yeah, I think we should go on a meteorite ore hunt. See if we can't find some. And then we'll just have to remember where those spots are so we can go back and farm them. Did these goodies respawn? No, they didn't respawn. Man! Okay, where did we find that meteorite? Or I think I'm gonna go check the Archspire. Now that I've... Oh wait. Wait. We need to level up. Let me drop a fire as well.
Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever. That the weirdness would gnaw at our walls, at our minds, at our very bones, until nothing human remained. But he still fought to map a way forward, to carve some sense into this land. And in the end, the land swallowed him whole anyway.
I really like his armor like this. It kind of makes you see that he's like half Four Dweller himself.
We were losing the battle at Tuathan's mouth. Our last push before the weirdness took the field. Merlin was with us, bleeding, exhausted, but still weaving his spells. Then it came. Not a beast, not a man, not something we ever had words for. A shadow, wearing 1,000 torn banners, moving like it had no shape of its own. Merlin raised his staff, spoke a name I didn't recognize. And then he was gone. Not killed, not struck down, just gone. Like the land itself had taken him back. Yes, it seems we knew each other well during the war. And this proves that I sought allies beyond our own forces. And I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge of Excalibur. This must count for something. It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. It was a symbol of what we stood for. Strength, justice, the will to carve a path forward. A weapon, yes, but also a promise. I wanted them to remember, to fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone, even when there was no king left to lead them.
Ho ho ho, look at this! Let us take a look, shall we? Killing enemies restores a portion of the king's soul. Finishers restore 400% more king's soul. Look at that, that's neat. That might actually be worth it to use. And then it kind of turns the King's Soul into this, I don't know, kind of like a death prevention, which may not be the worst idea, to be honest with you. 50% less damage though is really nice. But you don't really take damage when you're using the King's Soul, because it slows time. You just easily walk around them and stab them all day long. I think we'll use this one. I think that's a really nice ability. More crit. Attributes. Let's go with endurance. We can always change or like redo our stats, but it's really more looking for like armor recipes and stuff like that.
Could use some action. Ha! Look at this. One Eye's got the Camelot dogs handing over their precious keep without so much as a fight. I'd much rather have fought a lot of them, but hey, I'm not complaining. Our leader, and soon the leader of all the Dariata. He doesn't piss about trying to make deals with Camelot. He fights for what we're owed with fire and iron. He will unite all the tribes, and then we'll march on the capital. Right now, most of them have their heads stuck up their own arses. Even Ulfar, my own clan. It's sad to watch how they stay in their honor, but eventually they'll wake up. There's no other way. It'd be best if Darvhanr backed One Eye. Then most of the Dariata would follow. The leader of the Stone Wardens. Do you know anything about the tribes?
Nope.
Matter, bless me, for I will sin. Yes, the Stone Wardens, masters of working with weird stone and weird steel. The toughest materials on the damn island. As you can guess, I'm one of them. Or at least, I was until I started following One Eye. You'll find Dariata from all clans there, though most of them are Ulfrites, of course. The Stone Wardens bring together master craftsmen who are respected by everyone. Well, except for a few thewed mongrels. If they back One Eye, convincing the rest would be a lot easier. A stray from outside the tribes wants to join the elite Dariata Brotherhood. I'll be shitting diamonds before that happens. You've got to know how to work with ancient magical materials, and the only ones who can teach you are the Dariata Master Craftsmen. And to even get that far, you need to become a friend of the tribes, which means doing things that would make any Riata jealous. But hey, if you manage it, I'll forward you a nice brooch so you can visit Darvaner without getting an axe lodged in your arse. Do you have any idea how Weirdstone and Weirdsteel are shaped? You've got to strike the stone or metal in a way that makes them sing a special song they've remembered for centuries. Learning that takes years, and it's one of the most respected Dalriata traditions. But hey, if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. Who knows? Maybe you'll pull it off. Matter, old me, because I'm about to lose it. You want to try? Fine. Here's the guide, a piece of Weirdstone. Go ahead, try to sing a simple reliquary out of it.
Let's go! He doesn't even know what he's done. Increases melee damage by 10%? Wow. I even saved my weird stone.
Damn. How did you do that? Did someone teach you how to shape Weirdstone? Oh, or do you have $4 blood in you or something? I mean, sure, the craftsmanship is rough and there's a lot that could be improved, but damn. I've got to admit, I didn't expect you to pull it off. Didn't think it was possible without learning the Dalriata rituals. If you really want to join the Stone Wardens, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is that even though I could recommend you, since I joined up with one eye, my word means jack shite to the Stone Wardens. You'd need to find someone in the Forlorn Swords who can teach you more about the $4 song. Unless you head north to Quannock and find Core. Talk to him. Mention my name. He should help you get in with the Stone Wardens and reach Darvaner.
Okay.
No, most of them would tell you to piss off and never talk to you again. So you'd better appreciate my damn kindness. Not everyone in the tribes knows how, but yeah, most of the people who know the songs of the Four Dwellers are probably Dalriata. Why? Hell, we've been living in these mountains for centuries, and we've learned how to work with every other damn stone or metal. The Thuds will tell you it's because they connected with the ancient magic of those materials, or other some nonsense. But that's total rubbish. I bet it was the Ulfrites who first figured it out. Just kept hammering at that damn Weirdsteel until they finally made it work. A friend. And probably a better blacksmith and stonemason than I am. But if you tell him I said that, I'll rip your tongue out. He didn't join up with One Eye because he's never cared about anything but his craft. But that's why he's still at the Stone Wardens and can help you get in. It's odd that someone from the Vulcar is running the camp, since they're not exactly known for clear thinking. Most of them are lunatics who charge at the enemy with bare hands, if not bare asses. But she's got a good head on her shoulders, and she's way better than any Thud. Tension, you say? Nah, he just pisses me off. But that's true for every Thud, so he better not think he's special. You bet we do. Magic is cowardly crap. Any Ophrite will tell you that. Use iron like a real person. Don't wave your hands around and wail like a dying goat. And you can't trust the Theuds. They're like vipers you fed from your own bosom, and that hasn't changed in centuries. It's not even worth talking about. Damn them.
His bias is showing. Should we buy these? I feel like we should buy these. I think I'll buy these.
Someone's bound to start trouble.
Before the Dalriata and the Theud tribe shared their wisdom with me, I had to endure the trials that earned me the title of Friend of Dalriata. They even offered me a chance to join their tribe, but given how narrowly I survived those trials, I graciously declined. Now I face a dilemma. How can I share this knowledge without betraying their traditions? Thankfully, the shaman assured me that their recipes are not secrets, like those of the druids. Anyone could discover them through experimentation. She also suggested my writings could help the world see the Dalriata as civilized, not savages. In the following pages I present the basic potions for the Theud tribe, simple enough for a Dalriata child to brew. Don't be disheartened by unusual ingredients. Your local supplier can usually find a daring adventurer to stock them. Enjoy, my aspiring alchemists. Redcaps are swift, vicious creatures, often attacking in small, coordinated bands. With shriveled skin, jagged claws, and their infamous crimson caps, rumored to be soaked in their victims' blood. They're both deadly and unforgettable. Legends say redcaps weaken and perish without their hats, a vulnerability few dare to exploit. Yet, those brave enough to face these creatures can harvest their caps and skin for crafting lightweight, enchanted armor. Properly treated, these materials grant increased speed and reflexes, ideal for warriors who rely on agility in combat. Some believe the redcap forged armor retains a trace of their eerie energy, making it both a valuable and dangerous prize. However, claiming this treasure requires surviving their ferocious attacks, a task not for the faint-hearted. For those seeking to combine swiftness with protection, armor made from redcaps is a rare and coveted reward. Flame gobblers are grotesque creatures, their bodies twisted by the weirdness into living weapons. Massive growths on their backs swell with fire and molten lava, giving them their signature explosive nature. When threatened, they charge recklessly toward their foe, detonating in a fiery blast that leaves devastation in their wake. Surviving an encounter with a flame gobbler offers a rare reward for those brave enough to face them. Their remains include burnt skin, monster brains, and a peculiar substance known as hot goo. Blacksmiths value their charred hides for crafting heat-resistant armor, while alchemists use the goo in volatile potions. The monster brains, brimming with latent energy, are prized for experiments involving fire-based magic. Though deadly, flame gobblers are a source of unique materials for those willing to endure the risk. But be warned, underestimating their fiery temper could lead to a swift and searing end. Beware the Grindylow, a creature of wicked strength and dreadful cunning. Medium in size but monstrous in ferocity, these beasts roam the open wilds, favoring damp caves, abandoned mines, and shaded forests. Known for their jagged claws and hefty bone hammers they wield, Grindylows thrive on brute force and ambush tactics. Their skulls are nearly as tough as steel, making them formidable foes in combat. But a skilled blacksmith sees opportunity in their demise. The Grindylows' dense bone plates and claws can be fashioned into resilient armor, excellent for absorbing blows from heavier weapons. Their tough hides, once treated, yield leather that rivals the finest from the Dalriata. Even their bone hammers, reforged, become exceptional war tools. Harvesting Grindylow materials requires precision. Aim for the softer joints and avoid the head-on confrontation their hammers demand. For the daring blacksmith, these creatures are not just a menace, they are a treasure trove of crafting potential. Shall we take a look? Holy, look at this! Sneak damage increased. Holy, look at the armor on these too. Oh, nice. You're very cool looking. Where's the... How come none of these armor sets have any pants? Huh? Isn't that a little strange? When you kill an enemy, you trigger an explosion, dealing 50 damage within 5 meters. Wow. Increases critical damage by 20%. Grindylow tooth. We need to find a place for Grindylows. And meteorite ores for real. I wonder if we just go to the next zone, there will be plenty of them. You know, I'm just curious. But I'm gonna head over to the Archspire. I know for sure there's a few Grindylow spawns here. Look what I found. Ooh. What does that do? Inflicts burn? What does that do? Oh man. Ow! Hey, how cool. I remember seeing some meteorite around here. But at the very least, we'll be able to find some more of these weird stone ores. I'm not sure if we'll only need it for like accessories. How though? Kablooey! Oh, my minions are dumb. Oh, great. This plays. My plan was to make them respawn by basically leashing them. I also want to check this out. Hopefully with the new power that I have, I can open that up. Buttons! Show me the meteorite ore. I don't really want to go in there. There's a bear. Go, my minions! Let's see if we can't tag one. Oh! There's the bear too, really, dude? Let's see if we can't get a bear tooth or something. Oh my goodness. We found some iron ore instead. Hey, I'll take it. Go, Barino. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's almost dead. Ho ho ho! Bear claws. 3 bear claws. That was sick. Looks like we're about to hit the evening, so we may have to make this quick. Quite a bit of iron here. Go get him. Oh shit! I changed my mind, brother. I do not want none. I do not want none. Holy! Did you see that thing? It knocked me into my king's power, like with 2 hits, dude. Granted, that's exactly what we wanted it to do, but whoo-wee. See that weird spirit? Looks like he's ready to go. Holy! He actually does want to go. That weird spirit's been teasing me for a while, man. If it can take damage, we can kill it. Oh shit. You see this thing, bro. The thing taketh no damage. Or just has an HP pool so high I can't really do anything. Sup? You wanna go? Hey, free archery practice. Looks like if we desummon him though, he doesn't play nice. Wow. We're actually doing some damage though. If we drag him far enough, where'd he go? There he is. Where's our camp? Oh, I missed. Oh shit. Can I change my mind? Where'd it go? There he be. Okay, he's still low HP. I'm gonna end up dragging him all the way around this mountain, dude. I hope I have enough arrows. How'd I miss? Fire arrows. He's immune to fire? What do you mean? Okay, so looks like he's only fightable at night. Holy dude. That was a whole bunch of archery practice for sure. At least we know the best way to fight those now though. You stay away at all costs. Those things are mean. What is this? What are you? Cobwebs. Give it to me. A brain and how to go. I think I went around this whole thing. I did not find any meteorite. The other spot that I think I saw a meteorite at was over by the keep where I killed Galahad. I think that's where I saw some. But let's try this. Yes, brother! We're saving our game. Because I know where 2 of these are. What's this? Uh-oh. Ha! Alright, this one's... The weirdness is a purpose in and of itself, and creation within or through the weirdness requires no explanation. It simply becomes, and then it is. The weirdness is a field of fulfilled potentialities, where anything can happen, things beyond imagination. The only limits are our minds and our understanding. It takes shape according to our will, our emotions, and our thoughts. We cannot shut ourselves off from it. Oh, look at that thing. Is that another mistling? Go get the mistling. Did I already read this one? Yes. Hey! Aw, man, no tally. The Kingdom Beyond sent their ambassador to maintain the balance, the Ever-Dweller. Only one thing is known for certain. The Ever-Dweller cannot survive far from the boiling, primordial weirdness of Tuathan, our capital. Does this mean that the weirdness exists beyond Avalon as well? That it is a force, a substance that enshrouds and imbues all reality with its potential? It kind of feels like a shadow world, to be honest. Like the Upside Down or something similar to that concept. Go get it. Go get it, my minions. What? Holy. Oh. Did you guys kill it? No, you didn't kill it. Go get it. Go get it. Oh. What the heck? Did you get the blood abomination too? Looks like it. What are you? Bloodstone? Blood tainted shell? And bloodstain. Each swing deals 1 damage to you? There was no place as beautiful and primal as this. When we discovered it for the first time, it felt as though it had been created for us. One of the earliest, most untouched places on Avalon. Unmarked by our actions, and yet we felt such a deep connection to it. We decided to weave new lives here, from thought and intention, from potential, shaped after our deepest desires. And for the Weaver, we chose the purest among us. It's kind of like Green Lantern, honestly.
Come on, inside.
The heckin' is that, bro?
Step forward. After all, you know me well. Take off your mask now. It's your home.
What's up, brother? So he's got 4 arms. That makes him a minion or something?
Welcome, little prince. Why the sullen look? Aren't you glad to see me? You finally made it here. It must have taken quite a long time. Because it is easier for me to address you this way than to accept that, for now, you are nothing more than a human. It is painful, but I must come to terms with it. So, you don't remember me. I'm afraid it might have something to do with the form in which I see you now. This body and soul, they're much different from what I expected. But to answer your question, I am the Weaver. And though it may be hard for you to believe, a part of you knows me all too well. It is a place where my prince was woven from the threads of pure potential. The Pale Lady was relentless in her desire to fulfill her vision of an offspring, modeled after those she watched so eagerly. It displeases me that you don't remember. I'd envisioned your return and our meeting quite differently. But now it all makes sense. Now I understand why you need that shard.
Nani desu ka?
Nothing remarkable. I simply exist in this place. That you ended up here is a mere coincidence. None of my kind have visited me in a long time. Yet here, I used to weave new Avalonians, shaping them according to the intent and thought that accompanied their creation. Now the thread of potential is much weaker, though it seems this place stirs to life again as the weirdness returns. She was a powerful Avalonian, one of the oldest. She saw and desired far more than the rest of her kin, who were suffocating in their growing decadence. To live a life where one can do anything, it loses all meaning. When she discovered the homelands and learned of mortality and time, everything changed. We were no longer the same. It was as though the mere awareness of such things altered the way we lived. We could no longer exist as we once had. It planted a new emotion in us. Fear. You will find traces of her here as well. The stone tablets bear her mark. I'm afraid I must admit that I don't know where she is now. It seems she retreated into her depths again after your king entered his eternal sleep. The true one, from which mortals are not meant to be awakened. Not like this. The shard of the prince's memory. It is shattered. Much like the fragmented memory of the king that lingers within you. I gladly speak with him. Something is preventing him from manifesting. I don't know all the details. What I do know is that after our prince was murdered by our king, his potential, what you humans might call his soul, did not perish. The prince had been deeply fascinated by humans, and so after his death he manifested in one of them. That person was Arthur, the man who would one day become your king. He followed his mother's fascination. Much like her, he gazed on the land of men. But he wished to go further. He wanted to experience being human. So he built the menhirs, and to repel the weirdness. For us, the Four Dwellers, such a vision was both heretical and terrifying. Some of our kin could not forgive him for it. They killed him. It was the first time an Avalonian had ever slain one of their own. Arthur was a man, mortal like any other, but ambitious like few. But yes, his origins are far more complicated. This is a tale of two separate realities that, through a series of specific events, began to intersect, forming a single knot. Everything that has happened, and everything that will happen, is meant to decide the fate of that knot. And we, as you likely already know, have been pulled into all of this. Our meeting comes to an end. I regret how brief it is, but my role in your story was always meant to be insignificant.
There is no me.
Sick. In the very beginning of the game, we remember that like Excalibur blade stone. So I wanted to test it on the Archspire one to see if I could open it, and if I was able to open it, probably mean I could open the next one as well. What's up, dude? Where did this guy have a bunch of food and mushrooms?
Another satisfied customer. That makes 2. Although the first one never came back. But you will, won't you?
Let's go! Weird. Tomb of Sir Lancelot. We're gonna save our game. Give me a second, brother! Ow! Ow! no. We're in deep shit. Ow! Don't reset, don't reset. Oh my god. Oh, fudge. How'd you get up there, dude? What the heck? Let's go, Leishan. There we go. We have to somehow kill one before the others aggro as well. Oh goodness. What have you done? Oh my goodness. Why are they low HP? What the fuck? I hit the wrong button. The heckin'. Oh gosh. How though? I'm not gonna lie, the combat in this game is kind of fucking annoying. You fight stuff that's just absurdly strong and it's a complete waste of time half the time. mean, the game has a hard option. I'm playing on normal. It shouldn't be this hard. I feel like my arrows go through them half the time. What are you? A lot of developers do this. They make the normal game just absurdly hard, so it just, like, I've cleared the entire map, okay? The entire map. I shouldn't have to go through the entire game just to get strong enough to clear side missions. Like, it's stupid. And then you have a harder difficulty. It just makes it feel unreasonable. Here lies Lancelot the Pious, who gave himself to the All-Mother, aiding her priestesses in their work among the common folk. Glory to his name, honor to his memory. If there's another harder difficulty, what's the point of playing on normal? What's the point of playing on easy? You know, you're wasting your time. Like, if I want to get better at the game, if I want to understand the game and the mechanics, then I would play the game on a lower difficulty so I can understand the game and then progress to a higher difficulty if I feel like I enjoy the game. But if I'm not even good at the game on normal, why would I play the harder difficulty? You're just making it redundant. Here lies Lancelot the Fair. Beloved by the court, his presence within the halls made them all the brighter. Glory to his name, honor to his memory. Like, none of these developers ever think about this. They don't think, oh, I want my players to enjoy the game the first time around. No, I want to just fuck them. Like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Make the game enjoyable. Make it so that I have fun the first time around, and then I'll purposefully enjoy the harder difficulties. I'll feel like I'm strong enough, that I understand the game well enough, that my fucking minions don't die after 2 hits. I fucking die after 2 hits on any fucking monster. And that's just a giggle to you guys. Like, what are you doing? Like I should have to min-max my fucking armor in a normal fucking game mode. Like, what are you doing? Here lies Lancelot the Pale, who spent his youth among the Pictish tribes and brought us glimpses of their mysterious ways. Glory to his name, honor to his memory. Here lies Lancelot the Mad, driven into madness by the foulest curse. He found peace at last by the hands of his brothers. May his soul know torment no longer.
My hands were made to serve the king, not rot in idleness. This emptiness, I cannot bear it. I threw myself into nothing, and nothing is what I became. Nothing without my king. Nothing without my blade. I died a traitor's death, trampled and torn apart. Fitting. So very fitting. I thought that would be enough. But I failed him in life. How could one measly death be my absolution? I couldn't. I can't. I clawed my way out of the abyss, but came back empty-handed. Arthur? No. No, please. He cannot see me like this. He mustn't be made to look at me. My blade. My erendite. It remained behind. In the abyss. Deep in the weirdness. I cannot face my king without it. My sword belongs to him, as do I. But without it, I am nothing. I cannot kneel before him and offer him nothing. No, no, no. Don't speak that name. It's a traitor's name, hateful and vile. Let it be cursed. Let it be forgotten.
Like, in a boss fight, my minions die in like one hit. I'm sitting there running around in circles, respawning my minions because I die in 2 hits. Like, who thought that was a fun idea in a normal game mode? Like, come on now. Like, what are you doing with your lives? Like, look at this shit. I found your sword, brother.
Death was a coward's escape. I should have known. I should have known. Erendite. Oh, how I long to hold it again. Just the weight of it in my hand makes me feel almost whole again. Like I might be worthy. Like maybe not everything was lost. No. I know. I feel that he's with you. But there's nothing I could say to him. I won't beg forgiveness for my betrayal. I don't even know what I fear more. His mercy or his scorn. Please, as his closest confidant, take my blade. And I beg you, let me serve you and Arthur on your journey. Let me prove my devotion, my remorse, not with words, but with deeds. Let me earn his trust again. This is all I ask.
Look at the stat requirements on this. This is ridiculous. I feel like they didn't really think that through either. You know? Like... This is a pretty good armor set though, look at this. I don't really like the idea of the low life bonus because it doesn't make any sense with this game, you know? By the time like the other set, the set that only works, like you get all these bonuses when you're not in combat. Like what's the point of that as well? It just doesn't make any sense. Like the only time you're gonna need those bonuses are when you're in combat. So why make the armor only have those bonuses when you're not in combat? It doesn't make any sense. And then having an armor bonus when you're minus 20% or lower than 20% HP, like anything you fight, you're gonna be low HP.
It's an honor to have you among us again.
You get killed in one shot.
Me find my way back to your knight. I regret not doing a better job of guarding him.
Who's this chick?
My name is Fiona. I am here on behalf of the Royal Geographers. I was sent to do, well, quite a lot of work, actually. And as useful as it would be, the wordness never blessed me with an extra set of hands. Say, traveler, how would you feel about joining the oldest, most prestigious guild in Avalon? Good, because you've already started. You found what was lost and opened a new path. What better way to prove yourself as a true geographer in the making? I'm a Pict. I can sense the wordness and the spirits within it. I knew you weren't alone when I saw you emerge. The soul you carry, however weak it may appear, is deeply connected to the wordness, and to Avalon itself. Souls like that are rare. Besides, only the one who wields the power of Excalibur within could open this tomb, and that is rarer still. Avalon's nature is ever-shifting, ever-changing. The wordness transforms not only living beings, but the land itself. Some places become unreachable, while others that appear are new to us. And there are those that have been forgotten, waiting to be rediscovered and brought into the light.
These minions are so loud, dude. And they just constantly scream in your ear. It's honest, like they didn't, like what were they thinking with the minions too, man? Like, they're around you all the time, and they won't shut up when you're talking to people.
Why wouldn't they? My kin are familiar with the wordness in a way others can't be. With the fog thickening, we can reach places that have become inaccessible to most. Yet you use our maps, don't you? Our work is vital, but often unseen. For centuries we've roamed this island, charting its every corner and noting the dangers that unsuspecting travelers might face. You should be more appreciative, you know. Everything. Our most important mission is preservation of Avalon and the pillars it was built on. We were sworn to protect the tombs of the first knights, but they were lost to us. There were rumors that the tombs were sealed, and only King Arthur could open them. Turns out, the rumor was true after all. What is King Arthur without his faithful knights? Merely half a legend, if not less. They thrive by his side, and he thrives by theirs. And Avalon's foundations only grow stronger because of it. Sir Lancelot carries centuries of grief, and only serving his king once more can ease it. I appreciate your eagerness, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The other tombs are scattered across Avalon, hidden and sealed, waiting for the one who can call the knights back. Let your soul guide you. Find them, and I will find you. You've lit the way for some. Now light it for the rest.
Looks like they're pissed off at me. Like, that's all they do. They just get pissed off. They don't fucking listen to any feedback.